Kotak Institutional Equities upgrades NMDC to a buy with a target of 130 rupees a share after the company cuts prices sharply to revive volumes. Says improved capital allocation and higher dividends also add to the bull case.
And the large trade seen in Nykaa, 2% equity changes hands with the PE firm TPG likely to be the seller in the company.
Blue Dart, the stock does well as the company has expanded its presence, opens 25 new stores in Tier 1 and Tier 2 towns. The company also plans to set up 100 new stores in the near future.
Nazara Tech rallies after the Chief Operating Officer Ajay Pratap Singh gets promoted to the post of CEO at Sportskeeda. Hello and welcome to Chartbusters. It's a Friday morning. We're looking forward to the weekend, but we've got a few hours of the trading action up ahead. I'm Naishal D'Souza and joining me as always, Mangalam Malu. Well, Mangalam, 18,300 on the Nifty. The bulls will say, well, that's okay. Some bit of pullback, 100-point pullback for all that they care. But otherwise, the uptrend, it appears, is pretty much intact. But just looking at, that smoke on your face, weekend plans, you seem to be cooking up something.
Weekend plans are always being cooked up here and there, Nigel. There are a bunch of events.
Here and there. There will be interesting. Huh?
There I won't talk about, but here, let's talk about here right now. There are a bunch of events, etc. We'll do that. But you spoke about 18,300. It seems like between 18,300 and 18,400, there seems to be a bit of a tug of war between bulls and bears. Where do we go? And until, there is a clear winner in sight between 18,300 and 18,400, I think this tug of war will continue, and those who are writing the options on either side will thoroughly eat those premium that they get. But as we talk about, option writers making money and making their profits, etc., let's get you some ideas for profit as well from our colleagues at Money Control Pro. But before we do that, I believe we do have the management of Kalyani Steels with us. RK Goyal, who's the managing director, joins us now to discuss their second quarter numbers. Thanks a lot, Mr. Goyal, for joining in. We look at the numbers going forward and not just the numbers that have been reported. You were focused on the auto space. Can you tell us what the price revision between October 22 and November 22 has been? I mean, if you could give us the quantum and the time for which the prices have been revised.
Good morning. We are trying very hard with our auto OEMs to get a price increase, but still the negotiations are going on, but we could not conclude. And it will take some more time by the time we arrive at a common number which is acceptable to both the parties.
Okay. Hi. Good morning, Mr. Goyal. Good to speak to you after a while. You're functioning at optimal capacity utilization level. Just want to clear that out of the way. So demand is strong.
Yeah. Good morning. Yes, we are working at the 100% capacity.
Okay. All right. Now, in terms of pricing, you're telling us that you're looking at a price increase from October onwards. I'm reading a couple of reports, and I believe the OEMs are asking for a decrease. If you're asking for an increase, what is the quantum you're looking at, and also this price revision? By when will it get solved? Sometime in December?
It's a very interesting question. Over the period of last 1.5 years, we could not get adequate revision or adequate compensation of the cost increase, which was very different for flat products. So as far as we are concerned, still our total cost increase is not compensated. We are looking at an increase. Yes, what you say is correct. Based on whatever the happening to the flat products, OEMs are requesting for a decrease. But it is under negotiation, and hopefully in some time we will conclude. But right now it is very difficult to say what number finally we will be able to arrive.
Okay, so both of you are sitting on the table, you're trying to come up with a conclusion. You're asking for an increase, they are asking for a decrease. How much of an increase do you want?
We have asked for an increase of around 6,000 rupees per metric ton.
And they are asking for a decrease, I believe, of around 3,000-4,000 rupees. So that's quite a wide gap. You will have to really come to some understanding. Otherwise, I don't see how this is going to get resolved. But you said that all your costs have not got passed through, right? How much of it has got?
That's right.
How much of the cost increase has been passed through as of now? As of the last price increase that you took a few months ago?
The total gap is around 6,000. That's what we are looking at.
Okay. And what does this mean for your margins going forward? Because, I mean, June was around 7%. September quarter, we had about 10%. We see steel prices going down, but you are saying that, there is still negotiations which are underway. What happens to your margins?
The margins were pretty low in the June quarter. There was some improvement because of some correction in the cost of some raw materials, but still the correction has not happened that it can take care of the complete cost increase. So if we get this 6,000 or around 6,000, then yes, it will take care of the cost increase, and we'll be back to normal performance what we had last year.
What normal performance last year was upwards of 20% as well at one point in time. Can you give us a sense of how you define normal, and whether that 6,000 doesn't come, then what do the margins stabilize at?
It's finally what the number is settled. It all depends. It is very difficult to speculate or give a number specifically currently.
Okay, but normalized for you is 20%, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's about, we'll have to wait by to see what the OEMs say, and hopefully you'll come up with a conclusion. But I recall, last year, a couple of years ago, when you all had announced about the cost side. Well, we're looking at setting up a coke oven facility, WHRS as well. Has that been commissioned?
Yes, coke oven is in the final commissioning stage.
Okay.
Very soon it will stabilize in the production. As far as the power plant is concerned, it is still at the final stage of erection.
Okay, so this coke oven commissioning, post it getting commissioned, how much of money will it save you on an annual basis?
On an annual basis, it depends on the difference in the coke price and the coking coal, but we expect around 60 to 70 crore rupees per year.
That's only the coke oven facility. And on the WHRS facility, when does the WHRS facility get...
that is put together.
Put together.
That is always put together, power plant and the coke.
All right. So sometime next year, we will start seeing this cost savings come by to you.
Absolutely.
We've heard a lot taking place in the defense end of things, and your group company itself, Bharat Forge, as well as the group, they've been winning a lot of defense orders. Does that mean some incremental revenue for you as well? I mean, just wanted to understand how much of your revenue comes in from group companies.
As far as revenue from the group companies concerned, it is around 35 to 40%.
Okay.
And as far as defense orders are concerned, yes, we are selling not only to the group companies, we are selling to other than the group companies also. And that part of the business is much larger in size and largely for remelted products, and that goes to our group, our another steel plant, that is Sarloa Advanced Materials.
So you said that not only do you supply to group companies when it comes to defense, you do others as well. I mean, what proportion of your revenue actually comes in from the defense sector?
It's right now it is not much in Kalyani Steel, as I mentioned. Very different remelted products. Those facilities are with our another steel plant, Sarloa Advanced Materials Private Limited.
And the margins from group companies, are they at market level? Are they at lower levels because it's a group company? Or do you charge higher because it's a group company and you can take those liberties?
No, they are totally at arm's length. As far as concerned in our business, prices are finalized by auto OEMs.
Okay.
So we have no choice. We have to supply to everybody at that price.
Okay, all right.
Nobody will give us a higher price because they don't get a reimbursement from the auto companies more than that.
Okay, Mr. Goyal, your current market capitalization is around 1,300 crores. What is your cash in your books, your net cash that you have?
As far as free cash is concerned, it is almost close to 1,100 crore.
1,100 crores. Your market cap is around 1,300 crores and you have 1,100 crores. Where is this money invested, sir? Is it some part?
It's largely in fixed deposit with the public sector banks.
Okay, it's not lent to any group companies.
Some large private banks also.
So it's not lent to any group companies. It's most of this 1,100.
Not at all.
Mr. Goyal, I'm just trying to understand. 1,300 crores of market cap, 1,100 crores of cash in books. Your shareholders must be saying, Mr. Goyal, please, give us some money back. Maybe a big dividend. Maybe do a buyback. Or do some expansion at least. For the last many years, you're telling us that you're looking at some inorganic growth, but that's not happened. So why don't you give some money back to the shareholders? They'll be happy as well. You're almost an even-Steven market cap in comparison to cash.
Very, very interesting question. Thank you so much, Mr. Nigel. We are at the verge of finally working out some projects which we may start implementing very shortly and announce as soon as we just conclude. And they may be in very diverse products, need not be in steel.
So can you give us a sense of what those products are? How much money will you invest in that? What does it mean in terms of incremental revenue for you?
It is all this working is at the final stage. Very soon we will, as soon as we conclude, we will come back and we will inform.
But you have a sense of how much money you will be earmarking for this, right? Could you give us a broad range? I mean, of this 1100 crore, will it be 300, 400, 500, 600?
Yeah, we are working on several projects. It depends on the project finally which we take on the priority. There is a project in which this complete money can be utilized as a equity.
And by when?
There are projects where a small portion of this can be utilized, which is around 20-25%.
Okay, and by when can you give us some further clarity? Because you said you are towards the advanced stages of discussions now, and you're just about to finalize it.
Yeah, but still it may take few months.
Few months. So by Q4, we'll understand your plan.
Absolutely.
And you don't want to put a number to how much you're going to spend.
Yes.
He roughly did mention 20-25%.
20-25%. So that is 25% of 1,000 crores, so 250 crores?
No, what I said, we have several projects. In one of the projects, it may be utilized completely.
Oh, got it.
If we go for another project, it may be 20-25%.
Okay, all right. Mr. Goyal, we'll wait by for further clarity. In Q4, you can join us, and you could tell us more about that. But in the interim, if there is an announcement, we'll be happy to hear from you, and all the best in that negotiation with the OEM. Some difficult times, but hopefully you pull through this one. Well, we'll shift focus now to our special segment where we get you a few ideas for profit from Money Control Pro. Anubhav Sahu joins us to fill us